Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NDTV. We're back at the kitchen here at Notre Dame High School here in Peoria. My name is Jim Lynch. Alongside me is my partner in crime, Mike Plunkett. Mike, how are you this evening?
You know what, Jim? I'm doing well, and it almost feels like I got a night off. We only got 2 games tonight instead of our 3 that we've been dealing with. So I've been looking forward to this.
I so desperately want to say that it's going to be easy, but I don't want to jinx us.
Just maybe not easy, but at least a little shorter night.
Maybe an early night.
A little less talking.
Folks, we've got 2 great games planned tonight. A little, I would say, rivalry couple of games as we welcome the Knights of Richwoods here to the kitchen. First, the JV games will play, followed by the varsity game. It should be 2 fantastic games. The JV for the Lady Irish, undefeated still, playing some fantastic basketball. And then the Richwoods team is still getting their feet under them. They've played a few games, 2 games already, and this will be their 3rd tonight. We're going to start, as we always do, with our pregame prayer. Stand by with us as we pray.
Heavenly Father, to you we give all praise and thanksgiving. You have blessed us with your wonderful gifts. Help us to use them for your honor. Send forth your grace and abundance upon all gathered for this basketball game. Allow all of our gifts and talents to shine forth in a Christian way. Especially bless these teams, coaches, and referees. Protect all from injury and harm. Allow your peace to always reign in our hearts. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
As always, that is Mr. Cummings on the overhead system, leading us in prayer before our games. And as he continues with the starting lineups, I'm going to turn it over to my partner, Mr. Plunkett, to also introduce today's starting lineups. Mike?
Thanks, Jim. I will follow Mr. Cummings' lead here. And again, as you said, this has been kind of an unusual year for the Knights with some COVID protocols and some shutdowns. So it's good to see him back on the court and having a chance to play. The starting lineup for Richwoods, you have number 10, a sophomore, Lori Mansour. A 5'10" sophomore forward, number 11, Faith Howard. A 5'6" freshman guard, number 14, Alyssa Ross. Let's have another freshman, a 5'5" guard, number 21, Meredith Haynes. And it's really nice to see Meredith playing basketball again after her surgery. And a 5'10" freshman, number 24, Bernaya Hickman. The Knights are coached by Parker Gross and assisted by Kevin Metzger. Now the starters for the Irish, under the direction of Shamar Hill, assisted by Julie Sand. Number 4 freshman, Maya Wardle. A sophomore guard, number 10, Mary Breitbach. Number 21, Sammy Lard. Listed as a sophomore, but Sammy is a freshman. We have a sophomore forward, number 23, Elizabeth Hanley. And finally, a center, number 34, Elizabeth Daly. Again, like you said, Jim, the Irish JV have really had a nice season. Kind of a blessing and a curse. We don't have a lot of underclass kids, which means some of our kids that are doubling up on the JV and varsity level, so we're getting a lot of basketball in. And you look at the Richwoods kids that have had 3 games, and our kids have played 7 at this level, and they've been part of 9 varsity games as well, a lot of them. So, that we'll see how if that has any kind of factor in tonight's game.
So things will get underway here with an inbounds pass from Mansour to number 14, Alyssa Ross, and off we go.
And the Irish are out in their traditional, just man-to-man, very aggressive, hard man-to-man. They're going to look to shut down passes,
ball goes
double team when they can.
Ball with Mansour, gets it inside. Number 24 kicks it out. 14 Ross with the ball, gets it back to Mansour. Tipped by Breitbach. Breitbach controls it. Nice steal from Mary. Mary gets into Wardle's hands, and Maya will look to get things set up. Nice pass from Breitbach inside to Sammy Lard. Lard finishes at the back of the bucket to get the scoring started tonight for the Irish. 2 for number 21, Sammy Lard. Mansour with the ball, looks inside to number 24. Hickman decides not to pass it. Screen comes from Hickman. Nice defense from the Irish. And fantastic defense there right now from Elizabeth Hanley to get the 5-second call.
Yeah, Elizabeth did a great job on the ball. And then the other four, realizing that she had picked her dribble up, were just overplaying and shutting down the pass, and Elizabeth wasn't giving her a real good angle to make a pass. So again, just good on-ball and team defense.
Good Daly out to Hanley right now. Hanley looks to drive, swings it back to Daly. Daly cross court to Wardle. Wardle inside to Lard. Lard with the strong move to the basket, kicks it back out to Wardle. Wardle inside to Daly. Daly with a nice jumper, rolls and gets it. Biz Daly will pick up her first two of the night, and the Irish are up 4-0 with just under 6.5 to go here in the first quarter.
And a little penetration by Maya Wardle and found Daly, and Biz made a nice move. Soft touch around the basket, and that little runner has been become a little bit of her trademark.
Nice move there from number 11, Faith Howard, to see the loose ball. The ball was tipped, and Faith Howard snuck in, grabbed it, and got a nice bucket there. Wardle cross-court pass over to Hanley. Hanley feeds Biz Daly. Biz with a nice move inside. Gets it blocked, but Lard is there to recover. Kicks it out to Wardle. Wardle thought about shooting, instead feeds Lard inside. Lard to Daly with a strong move and pass inside. Gets knocked around, and it's controlled by number 21, Meredith Haynes. Haynes gets it to Mansour. Mansour looks to go inside. She does with a very nice pass to number 21, Meredith Haynes. Meredith Haynes is on the board.
You can see Meredith on the weak side clapping for the ball.
Yeah,
she knew she was open.
She was ready for it. Mansour had a great look inside there. Oh, nice move inside for Biz Daly. Nice spin move, went left. Shot just didn't fall, but picked up the shot didn't fall, but picked up the foul along the way.
Again, just a little shot fake by Daly, and then putting the ball down. And I look for her in another year to be able to finish that with her left hand and maybe be able to finish it along with the foul, making an and one possibility.
That foul was on Faith Howard. That is her team's first, and Biz Daly will shoot 2 free throws. Misses the first. She'll get one more. 5:21 left here in the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 4. Daly misses the second free throw. Rebound number 14, Alyssa Ross, and we're coming back the other way. Cross-court pass is stolen by Sammy Lard. She gets it back to Wardle, and here come the Irish quickly. Nice pass from Wardle down under. That is a beautiful pass from Wardle down under Elizabeth Hanley, and Hanley will get her first 2 of the game.
And, if you just, again, we say this and we'll continue to say it, but every time Maya Wardle gets a ball, she might be underneath the other team's basket, and she still is. Her eyes are up immediately, and she saw Elizabeth Hanley sprinting down the floor. Perfect pass in position to catch it and score.
A travel violation on number 24, Brenia Hickman. And the Irish will come back the other way. And at the 4:45 mark here in the first quarter, we'll get our first media timeout of the game.
And I would imagine these media timeouts for Coach Gross for Richwoods is just kind of a blessing right now, because when they haven't played a lot of games, there's so much teaching to do, and they've been down for a couple weeks, so take advantage of this. And I know I've watched him over the last few years coaching the girls here, and he does a very nice job with them.
Yeah, they struggled in their first game against Normal Community, and again, that was right out of the gate. And again, they've had kind of a start-stop season. And then again, they had to take a break after that game, and then they got in a game against Central, and tight game, but ended up losing near the end of the game. As Coach Gross was sharing with me before the game, they just couldn't hold on to the end, and then again, it just quarantining of teams right now, and that's kind of the name of the game.
It's tough, and it's going around the league. Talking to Coach Langhoff, I know that. Urbana right now, I believe, is shut down. I think Normal West is having some issues with some players. So trying to finish the season could be a challenge for everybody. We've been fortunate. We've had, I believe, our varsity's had 9 games, I think. And
I think that's
if
right.
I'm not mistaken, I think we've played 9, which is, for this time and what everybody else, or what a lot of teams are dealing with, that's really a blessing for us.
So the ball is with Wardle. Wardle drives, kicks it Far side to Hanley, and Hanley good for 3. Number 23, Elizabeth Hanley, gets the 3, increases the Irish lead to 5. 9-4 here with 4:23 left on the clock in the first quarter.
And that was a good read and a good pass by Wardle. And if Elizabeth Hanley can catch the ball and step into her shot, she's pretty good.
Number 11, Faith Howard, kicks it out to Mansour. Mansour wasn't able to convert on the jump shot. Wardle's coming back quickly the other way. She attacks the middle. Nice pass underneath to Hanley. Hanley with a fake, goes up strong. And the foul is called on the ground. Great move. Again, once again, another great pass underneath by Wardle. Hanley with a nice fake, but the foul is on the ground. Foul is on 11. Nope. Sorry, I was following Mr. Cummings' lead. We thought they said 11. They said 10. It was on Lori Mansour, her first, team second, and it's a commentator's nightmare. But the Richwoods just subbed in the whole 5. So bear with me as I run through here. We got number 5, Paige Bauer, checked in. Number 12, Alana Ross is checked in. I see number 20, G.U. Colmer is checked in. And that's a basket there for Biz Daly.
32, Addison Church. I don't know if you mentioned her. She's in the game.
A nice steal from Wardle underneath their own basket. Gets it to Breitbach, and Breitbach just put a little too much on the pass to Ellie Bear, who's checked in for the Irish. And it'll come back Richwoods' way. Number 15, Sinai Sidner, is also checked in for Richwoods.
I think you got them all. I think we're all accounted for.
Wanted to make sure every T was crossed and every I was dotted there. So Sidner gets it down into, they've swung it around. Colmer's got it now. Gets it back to Ross. Ross gets it into Addison Church, and it's stolen now by Sammy Lard. She's coming down on a fast break, takes it up softly, and Sammy Lard gets another bucket for the Irish.
Richwoods with a 30-second timeout, and that's just you can see the replay. Sammy's just gathered herself, and she's getting much better at just the skill levels going up, finishing those plays. You like to see her rewarded. She gets her hands on so many balls, so many rebounds, that it's just nice to see her get rewarded with a bucket.
I've mentioned this before, but I don't want to say I've had the great pleasure of coaching against her the last 4 years, and unfortunately I was on the other side of that scorer's table. It was a joy to watch it, certainly. But her speed and her athleticism, it's good to see now that she is able to slow down and finish those layups. She got so excited at a younger age, where often, as anybody does at the 6th, 7th, 8th grade level, you get the ball, you get a fast break, and you never know where the layup might go. Yeah,
they tend to speed up, and at that time we could see she slowed down, gathered herself, because we know she's got great foot speed. She can outrun you, but it doesn't do you any good if you're not going to be able to finish.
I think now she knows she has the speed that she can get there faster than anybody. She's got the time to finish, and she did a great job on that layup. So Richwoods looking to attack here. Cross-court pass is stolen again. Here comes Maya Wardle. Nice little pump fake. Jump shots off. There's Lard for the save. Goes off her fingertips, and it'll come back Richwoods' way. Nice effort from Wardle to get down the court. The shot just didn't foul. Lard almost had the rebound, just couldn't hold on. So with that, number 13, Jillian Sander will check in for the Irish, giving Lard a break. Irish giving some full court pressure right now. G.U. Colmer dribbles up, breaks the press fairly well without too much trouble, but.
And it's one of those again, and I was just going to say, and I'll let this play out here.
Mary Breitbach with a nice steal. Gets it out to Wardle. Wardle goes to go back to Breitbach down on the block, and it just got knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Irish.
And the purpose of the defense is they got the ball off the floor without too much difficulty, but the purpose is you're just wearing them out. They're just tired every dribble, and then you wait for them to make a mistake, which then happened at that time.
Nice pass from Breitbach to get it in to Daly. And Daly got shoved from behind, and Addison Church will pick up her first foul. It'll be the team's third, and the Irish will inbound underneath. Wardle to throw in. Pass from Wardle into Daly. Daly swings at the Breitbach. Breitbach looks to drive. Jump stop, kicks it over to Daly. Daly cross over to Sander. Nice look inside from Daly to Jillian Sander. And Jillian Sander will pick up her first basket of the game.
And Sander caught the ball up overhead, and she kept the ball overhead and went right up with it. Excellent play.
Just textbook, great fundamentals right here. And
Ellie Bear with a nice play.
Nice work by Ellie Bear to poke the ball, recover it, and start the other way. And she gets fouled right away. G.U. Comer picks up the foul. Comer with her first, team's fourth. Number 3, Chloe Carpenter checks in for the Irish. Chloe Carpenter will throw in for the Irish. And Wardle looks to go to work here. Daly with a nice spin move, kicks it over to Bear. Bear back to Wardle. She's guarded by number 3, Lena Taylor.
I think they caught Biz Daly on an illegal screen, but let me see.
I think you're going to be right here. Biz Daly does pick up her first, team's first, illegal screen.
And, you know, when you get that illegal screen called on you, and sometimes it can be the ball handler has to wait for that screen to get set. If they go a little too soon, and it's just a matter of timing. And once these kids play together more, they'll get that timing down.
Lana Ross with the ball, swings it over to number 3, Lena Taylor. Taylor gets it to 15, Sinai Sidner. And there's a little scrum for the ball down in the corner. Had our view blocked by the official, but it'll stay with the Knights.
Yeah, Maya just had good ball pressure and knocked the ball out of the girls' hands.
Nice pass inside to number 12, Alana Ross. She kicks it out. Lena Taylor with the ball, dribbles up near the top of the court. Chloe Carpenter with some good pressure, and Taylor throws it away, trying to get into the hands of number 5, Paige. I'm sorry, to number 15, Sinai Sidner. Number 24, Sydney Wharton checks in for the Irish, giving Ellie Bear a little break. We're approaching the 1-minute mark. The Irish lead 15-4 over the Knights. Chloe Carpenter looks to feed.
Good hustle.
Yeah, nice hustle there. Great work by Sander. Loose ball, she got it, was able to get it and kick it back. Right now I've got a great view of the back of the referee. It looks like there's a foul on the play on number 15, Sinai Sidner. Her first, team's 5th. And as the referee moves, we can see the court again. Ball comes in to Carpenter, swings it to Daly. Daly back out to Wardle. Wardle looks to drive. Goes cross court, gets it to Wharton. Wharton looks to go inside, gets it back to Wardle across. Down to Carpenter, is just out of her fingertips.
And
just out of the reach of her
Maya knew exactly what she wanted to do. She knew that by reversing that ball quickly. If and I'm not sure, was that Carpenter that was out there? I'm not sure. Had she stayed there, she would have caught the ball in a position, but instinctively she made a cut to the basket.
She went to cut. Mansour remains in the game, it looks like. No, Lori Mansour is checked back in for the Knights. Number 14, Alyssa Ross, is in. Ball is thrown away just beyond the reach of number 11, Faith Howard, who has just checked in. Number 24, Benaya Hickman, is also in for the Knights. Number 21, Meredith Haynes, is also checked in for the Knights. I think I've caught all 5. These full line changes are going to make us work tonight. Nice move through the lane by Wardle, just off the mark. And Lori Mansour will come back the other way, guarded tightly by Wardle. And that will run out the clock here in the first quarter. Notre Dame leading Richwoods 15-4. Mike, your initial thoughts on the quarter?
You know, again, it's that good overall pressure that we put on teams defensively. And again, you know, I thought, you know, as we talked, you know, early on at the start of this game, just the fact that we've gotten some more games in and we're more comfortable and we're more comfortable playing together. You know, that's got to be some type of advantage for a team. And the Richwoods team, I think, again, it's just, you know, it's nice that they're able to get out and play after having been shut down for a couple weeks. And it just takes a little bit of time. Your timing and And, you know, we talk about it with our kids where we have kids that come from all different schools. Well, it's the same thing in every other school. You know, they got feeder schools and different things that factor into it. So when the kids haven't played together a lot and they didn't get a lot of time to do some things over the course of a season, they're just trying to figure things out now. So I'm just happy they have a chance to play and we have a game. And so it's kind of played out the way that I thought it would so far with just we look a little more polished. We played more games, and that's all it comes down to.
I completely agree. Wonderful job there by the Notre Dame cheerleaders there under the direction of Alana Dawson. It's wonderful to see them here every night, working to a much thinner crowd than they're used to. Mary Breitbach with the ball, gets it out to Hanley. Hanley they look to the interior. Sammy Lard working hard underneath, kicks it out to Breitbach. Breitbach swings it back to Hanley. Hanley back inside to Wardle. Wardle with a jump shot, just short. And nice rebound for Mansour, and we're going to come back the other way. Mansour doing a very nice job of running this offense for the Knights. Alyssa Ross looks to try to get the ball inside to Howard. That was Hickman looking to drive. Ball gets stolen by Wardle. Wardle feeds beautifully inside to Lard, and there's Lard doing what she does inside, just scoring well.
And a great play by Maya. Maya just pulling up, coming up to look like she's going to shoot, draw the defense attention, and drop it down to Sammy, who was ready for it and finished.
There's Wardle with another steal. And she looks like she's going to finish. Throws the fake, goes up nicely off the glass. Wonderful job throwing that fake, letting the defense do a drive-by, and she picks up another two. Actually, that'll be Maya's first bucket of the game.
Yeah, and she's been such a factor in this game. And again, it just shows. You know, we were talking earlier about the boys with David Williams. You know, David does not have to score a point to be, you know, maybe some games the best player on the floor, and that's where Maya is right now. Just making steals, making plays, and getting the ball to the right people.
That's a great job there. Great job there on the pass fake to get Lard to overplay, which I would recommend that they do. They've had a lot of steals this game, and in drawing Lard out on that play, Faith Howard was able to sneak in behind and a nice pass, and then Sammy fouled there on that ensuing shot. Faith Howard hits the first of her two free throws. And hits both of them. And with that, she brings the Knights within 13 with just under 6.5 to go here in the second quarter.
And you had mentioned the pass fake, and that's something that when you're playing against a team that's really going to overplay a lot, which we do.
Nice move and shot from Elizabeth Hanley under the hoop.
She didn't want to shoot it, and I think the bench was yelling at her to shoot it.
You could hear it clear as day from the bench to shoot it. There's another steal and finish from Maya Wardle.
But what I was starting to say, when you play a team that's going to be overly aggressive on defense, you know, the pass fakes, the backdoor cuts, all those things are what you look to try to do. But again, if the pressure is really hard on the basketball, it's hard to make those passes.
You know, again, there's another. You can see the dribble penetration from Maya, which she does so beautifully, drawing that defense out, and you know instinctively her teammates will attack the block as she does that, and it's often open.
That's right.
There's another good look,
pass.
And again, here's the play where you could hear Coach Hill clear as day yelling at Elizabeth to shoot it, and sure enough she did and picked up another two. And again, there's Wardle where her hands are moving constantly and able to intercept another pass and gets her second bucket of the game. So, folks, here we are with just about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Notre Dame leading 23-6, and certainly in control of the game early on. And as I think you mentioned already, Mike, it's the difference of 7 games versus, you know, their 7th game versus Richwoods' 3rd.
Right. Just you're used to playing together. Young kids that, you know, you get the mix of freshmen who are playing. You know, they're you know, for Richwoods kids, freshmen, this is their 3rd high school game they've ever played in. We've got kids that have been playing in JV and varsity games, so, you know, it does make a difference. Very nice drive.
Nice drive through and rebound by number 11, Faith Howard, with a great rebound underneath. She gets fouled. And Howard is somebody you want to have at the line. Sammy Lard will pick up her second foul. It'll be the team's third.
I think that was Alyssa Ross that made the drive, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she had a very nice drive there.
Yeah, you make the drive, then you draw the
mark.
defense, and then that enables Howard to sneak in and get that offensive rebound. So a lot of positives to that drive.
So Jillian Sander will check back in, giving Biz Daly a breather here. And I'm pretty sure Richwoods had another lineup change there during a timeout, and so I apologize for not getting all the names checked off, but we'll do it here in a second. Free throws miss, and nice rebound underneath. And that's number 24 getting the rebound. That's Renaya Hickman. Strong rebound, put back. Gets the and one. Hickman will go to the line to shoot one.
And we just didn't get a body on the rebounder on that free throw. You know, I've said it over and over, you know, there's 4 whites in the lane, there's 2 green shirts and 1 green shooter, and your job is to get a rebound. Nothing else get a rebound. Your step has got to be into. Just right there, I saw, you know, very nice check on both sides that time. Didn't do it the time before.
And that foul was on Ellie Bear. That is her first, team's fourth. And Hickman was not able to complete the three-point play, but that was a great move underneath. Nice hands there by Meredith Haynes. Poke away the ball, was not able to control it. Lard with the ball inside. Great defense, and there's Haynes with her hands on the ball again, pokes it away.
It's good right now for our kids to be playing with Maya sitting on the bench, and you know these other kids need to be able to handle the ball, run the offense. Excellent pass by Breitbach.
Yeah, Breitbach with a great dribble penetration. Sees the defense comes up, gets it into Sammy Lard, who finishes.
Nice pass inside, just couldn't be controlled.
Yep, great hustle there underneath the basket by Hickman to get it, to kick it out. And we're gonna have a foul underneath. That's on Sammy Lard. That'll be her third, team's fifth.
I think they're checking to see who that foul was on. Oh, maybe it was on Lard. I thought maybe they had said somebody else, but it was on Lard. So
yeah, she will have 3 now. Team will have 5, and Coach Hill is going to have to think about how he handles that situation.
Yeah, I would think right now he'll probably sit her. Maybe the remainder of the half. We'll see how that works out. But you know, one of the things that kids learn, you want them to play aggressively, but now it's got to be that controlled aggression.
Right.
And you know, you're not going to block every shot. And you're not going to steal everything. And sometimes you just got to concede the fact that if a girl's in a position, she's got to give her the bucket.
Right.
You know, you're not going to shut anybody out.
Absolutely.
People are going to score points. So sometimes you just concede that rather than give up a foul. That's not really going to change the outcome.
Absolutely.
And again, that comes with experience. The more you play, you realize that. And if you got caught in a bad position, you don't want to double your problems by committing the foul afterwards.
So, folks, we got 4:51 left here in the second quarter coming out of our media timeout. The Irish lead 25-8 over Richwood Knights. As I mentioned before, Biz Daly did check in for Sammy Lard there right before the media timeout.
So Maya Wardle has returned as well.
Absolutely. Number 12, Ross, passes in there to Howard. Howard with a nice feed there to number 24, Hickman. And Renaya Hickman having a nice little game here.
And I think if Richwoods can get the ball inside, they're going to have some success inside against us. Their penetration and kick, or even the offensive rebound.
And there's Howard with the steal, gets it ahead to Haynes. Haynes goes up strong. Layup is just a little short, and there's Knights on the ensuing rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball, and it'll stay Richwood's way. That's a really nice move inside there on the replay there from Renaya Hickman. She's got 4 for the quarter. Ball comes inside, and Howard just couldn't hold on to it, and will go back the Irish way.
Now, another thing that could play into this, our girls are probably a little bit better game shape, having played more games than Richwood. So, you know, the end of a half, the end of each quarter could be a little bit of a factor in the game. We'll see how this plays out.
So we're going to have a foul here. It looks like it's on number 24, Bernaya Hickman. That is her first, and that'll be the team 6. Ellie Bear, number 11, checks in for the Irish. And number 32, Addison Church, will check in for the Knights. Ball comes into Biz Daly. She looks to drive. Swings it to Hanley. I think Hanley wanted that shot, decided against it. Gets it back to Daly in the lane. Little jumper in the lane's off.
Good shot for Biz to take. I like her taking that shot.
I don't think her coach can complain about that at all. Alana Ross brings it up. Looks to get it to Haynes. Haynes with a nice drive. Floaters off. Jillian Sanders fights for it, gets it knocked back to Wardle, and here comes Wardle driving the other way. Attacks the rim. It's just off. And boy, we had a. There was more. I tell you, we had a collision of green and white underneath the basket. And Coach Hill is going to call a 30-second timeout. And following the timeout, number 31, Jada Johnson, will be checking in.
And a big thank you to Coach Langhoff for the
with the delivery.
Stats.
I tell you, he just gave us some varsity stats here. I can't thank him enough for that. Going to make us look even more official.
Yeah, as long as we can figure what everything.
I tell you, I'm gonna look that over at halftime. So, folks, for
Mr. Baird, do we have any other student helpers who could quite possibly give us a little hand with these stats, because we are lost. Just somebody a little smarter than us, and you could probably don't have to go too far to find that person. But we do appreciate the stats from Coach.
I got Louis Jokic sitting next to me doing the scoreboard for the live stream here, so I'm going to put him to work here on these stats at halftime. What do you think, Louis? You good with that? Okay, he's giving me a thumbs up. I think we're going to go. So the ball comes into Maya Wardle. Wardle swings it over to Daly. Daly loses control of it. It's lost. It should stay with the Irish. Oh, I'm not going to critique the referee.
I couldn't really.
I thought it bounced off the Richwoods
I thought
player,
it did too. I thought it did too, but
again, they're wearing the stripes and I'm not. So the ball comes into Alyssa Ross. She looks to set up the offense. Feeds inside to number 31, Jada Johnson. Johnson shots off the mark. She gets her own rebound. They get it back out to 14. Alyssa Ross gets it over to number 12, Alana Ross. And Wardle, again, I just love the way she attacks.
Continues
Gets
to look.
Daly. Daly cross court to Bear. Bear looks to shoot. The three is good for Ellie Bear. Showing athleticism that I think she must have gotten from her mother.
It's always nice when they follow their mom's lead, because you can overcome a lot if you've got a dad like what she's dealing with.
Nice steal there from Biz Daly on the interior pass, and we'll come back. Wardle swings it out. Gets it to Hanley. Hanley with the ball, gets it back to Wardle. Wardle for three. It is good!
I think Maya needed that. She's been struggling with, shooting the ball a little bit tonight and feeling a little bit, I don't want to say lose confidence. I'm not sure Maya's ever going to lose confidence, but I think she just stepped up and was really determined to knock that shot down. And, we talked about this at that last officials timeout a little bit before that, how the quarter is going to finish. And since that time, we've gone on a 6-0 run. And we've, and in some cases, you look at it, just a little bit of fatigue may set in when you haven't played a lot of games.
So Wardle kicks it to Jillian Sanders, passes off, picked off by number 12, Alana Ross.
Nice
Ross goes
play by Ross.
to Paige Bauer. Bauer's layup is off, and Sanders with great hustle to get that rebound. She's fouled. I think we're going to be going to line for 1-and-1. Foul is on number 5, Paige Bauer.
And, that trip down, Richwoods did everything. Nice steal by Ross. Bauer filled the lane, ran hard. They did, the pass was a nice pass to her. Sometimes it just doesn't. Ball doesn't go in, but that doesn't mean you didn't do things the right way, and you just clean it up a little bit. So it's frustrating when you don't make that shot, but you know that you've done the right thing other than finish. That's not a bad thing.
So Jillian Sanders at the line shooting 1-and-1. after the foul on Paige Bauer. That is Paige Bauer's first, team 7th. Sanders free throws off the mark. Nice rebound there for Church, Addison Church. And here comes Alana Ross to lead the Knights offense. She feeds it to 15, Sinai Sidner, who kicks it out to Church. Gets it back to Ross. We're at the 1:30 mark. Irish leading 31-10. Nice move inside from Ross, just off the mark.
And again, Richwoods is just really hurting us hard on the offensive boards right now. We got to get a body on people.
And that follows on number 11, Ellie Bear, her second, team 6. And number 15, Sinai Sidner, will be at the line.
15, Sinai Sidner.
Sinai Sidner will shoot 2 shots. The first of her 2 is good.
And Sidner really flew after that rebound. She came from the other side of the lane to come and get it. And just watching her shoot the free throw has a nice looking shot. I remember her coming to Notre Dame girls basketball camp when she was younger, and it's just nice to see her continuing to play.
Number 3, Chloe Carpenter, is checked back in for the Irish. Sidner's second free throw is off the mark, and there's Wardle with the rebound, and she's not waiting. Oh, but
ball got away from her just a little bit and went out of bounds.
Just pulled her out of bounds. Paige Bauer will throw the ball in for Richwoods. She gets it into Ross. Lana Ross feeds it into 31. Jada Johnson gets knocked around.
Johnson missed her shot, fouled it.
Yep.
Yeah, again, we got to get body on people because they are flying on the boards.
Wardle with a nice pass down to Daly. Daly with a great fake, goes up strong and gets fouled hard. I believe it's going to be on 31, Jada Johnson.
And what Addison Church, the freshman for Richwoods, will learn on that is don't leave your feet on a shot away from the basket. Just stay down, wall up, and contain the dribble.
Daly's first free throws off the mark. Second free throw is good for Daly. They get the ball into 31, Johnson. Johnson likes to get to work. She loses her feet and looked like the ball was going away, but Hanley got a handle on it, or got a hand on it at the very least, and knocked it out of bounds. Sidner passes it in to Church. And again, they're getting just great offensive rebound there by Church. They're really attacking the boards.
They are. We are. The shot's going up, and we're turning and going to the basket rather than turning and getting a body on whoever you're guarding.
Oh, Church,
another nice rebound by Church.
Does a good job knocking the ball, getting the rebound, but her shot's off. And Wardle's just attacking. Nice pass over to Hanley. And nice block there from Addison Church.
Good hustle by Church and a good block.
Did a good job getting back. Timed it well. I'm not going to say anything about it other than it got called a nice block. Wardle looks to attack the middle. Our view is currently blocked. Carpenter gets it to Hanley, swings at the Bear. Bear over to Wardle. Wardle for 3, and it is off the mark. But Irish worked a little scrum underneath the basket, but they're going to get Biz Daly for a little too much business there on the ensuing rebound, and that's going to put Addison Church to the line for one in the bonus.
And again, that's one of those where know the situation when the rebound was made, just back off. They got 5 seconds. They're probably not going to be able to do much with that 5 seconds. But again, experience will teach the kids those lessons as they move on.
First free throw is off for Church, and Don't know if it's a frustration foul or what, but with 2.1 seconds left, Jada Johnson picks up her second foul. And Elizabeth Hanley will go to the line shooting one in the bonus. And again, 2.1 seconds left. As you just said, Mike, you just kind of want to let the clock run.
Yeah, you just need to have that understanding of the situation and knowing that a foul at that point is not going to, there's nothing you're going to benefit from that foul.
Second free throw is good for Hanley, and you can hear right now the coach is yelling, or you can hear Coach Hill yelling, no foul.
Yeah, just let him catch it and back off.
And they did a good job of that. So, folks, that'll bring us to halftime here in this junior varsity game between Notre Dame and Richwoods. The Irish do lead 34-11. Mike, your initial thoughts?
You know, again, kind of what we talked about early, and I think it's played out a little bit, just a little bit more experience, a little bit more comfort level. You can see the Irish girls have played together quite a bit, you know, already this season, and kind of know where each other is on the court, and that plays out pretty well for them. And I think, you know, Richwoods realize that as things went on in the half, their best job, right, or their best line of attack right now was let's push the ball inside, and whatever we don't miss, let's just rush the offensive board, see if we can clean it up a little bit. And they did a good job of that. They just couldn't quite finish everything. So, again, these JV games are, you know, it's a learning experience all the way up. You know, you run a scoreboard and you keep score. I know, you know, that's part of it, but it's more important developing kids and seeing who's going to be able to play for you down the road. And that's, I'm sure, is what both coaches are looking for right now.
Folks, we're going to take a break here. We're going to enjoy the Notre Dame cheerleaders' performance, and we'll come back with a few minutes left to go here in the half to give you some stats. Thank you.
Don't let your bones, muscles, or joints slow you down. At Midwest Orthopedic Center, we're experts at helping people of all ages relieve pain and restore function so you can get the most out of life. Midwest Orthopedic Center, proud to be the viewer's choice.
All right, listen. Right now is the time that we have to sign up and become part of the YouTube channels so that we can continue having these wonderful sports contests shown to us. Please sign up. I don't know if that's going to do it or not. All right, so I forgot two things on my video. One, here come the Irish. And then I also forgot, let's go!
Play a lot with
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Notre Dame High School for the second half of the Notre Dame Richwoods JV girls basketball game. There'll be Irish ball coming out for the second half. Irish girls currently lead 34-11 over the Knights. On the floor for the Irish, we have Elizabeth Hanley, Biz Daly, Sammy Lard, Ellie Bear, and Mary Breitbach. For Richwoods, we have Meredith Haynes, number 14, Alyssa Ross, number 24, Renaya Hickman, number 11, Faith Howard, and on the far side of the court, number 12, Alana Ross. Breitbach with the ball, and we're off and going. Bear swings at the ball was lost and tipped around, and Howard comes up with it. And she's moving quickly and swings through the lane, gets it over to number 14. And that's Alyssa Ross with the first 2 points.
Nice pass,
half.
nice catch and finish. Talking to Maya Wardle, she's done for the evening at the JV level, so this will be a good test for some of these other kids with particularly Breitbach, Bear, handling the basketball, running the show.
Nice move through the lane again for number 14, Alyssa Ross. And Coach Hill not enjoying what he's seeing here in the first minute and a half. Well, first 40 seconds of the second half, and Coach Hill calls a 30-second timeout. I'm absolutely not sure whatsoever what Coach Gross said at halftime, but certainly got the Knights.
Whatever it is got their attention a little bit. Well, and I think what they were doing, in the first half as it progressed, taking the ball more and more to the basket and crashing the boards, they've done it twice here in the half, and they've converted both times. So
absolutely.
We've got to do a better job of containing the basketball. And obviously we're going to have to take care of the ball because I would imagine Richwoods, they're not coming out full court, but I'd imagine in the half court they're going to pressure us a little bit more as well. They're down, but they're not. You're not out of this thing.
Right.
It's just I've seen games turn in a really short period of time. And your goal as a coach, you look at it and say, let's get it to 10 or under by the end of the third quarter and take our chances in the fourth quarter.
So Daly gets it over to Breitbach. Breitbach over back to Daly. Daly spins through the lane. And she goes and contested by number 24, Benaya Hickman. Hickman fouls. She'll have her second foul. Team's first of the half. And Biz Daly will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Benaya Hickman, the foul, her second, team first.
Daly misses her first free throw, and she'll get another chance.
And this is something we've got to do. We've got to convert at this end. When you've got a lead and you want to get a little bit of daylight, you've got to convert.
You got to hit those free throws.
Free throws, easy buckets, whatever it may be.
So number 14, Alyssa Ross, being pressured hard by Hanley, feeds inside to Haynes. Haynes loses it, but it's picked up by Howard. Howard with 2 shots missed underneath. She backs in, misses her third. And the ball's knocked around underneath. I suspect we're going to have a jump ball. We do, and it'll stay with the Knights. Again, Howard just struggling to get the ball to foul, but she's getting her own rebound every time.
Yeah, we just have to, again, get a body and be a little more physical and come up with that rebound.
So ball comes in to Ross. Haynes gets it, kicks it back to, that is Alyssa Ross. Alyssa Ross with a nice interior pass, gets bounced around, picked up by number 24, Benaya Hickman, and she gets her first bucket of the second half. That's a nice pass there from Faith Howard as well around the defender.
It
nice
really was.
Interior pass there to
Good
Ellie
pass.
Bear. And there's Sammy Lard
Good
deciding.
hustle by Sammy. In that case, what Sammy's got to learn to do is take one dribble to set herself, back up, and then go up with it.
I tell you, I think Sammy had enough of giving up the rebounds, and she got after it. And there's a foul on number 10, Mary Breitbach, her first. Will be the team's first of the half. And Meredith Haynes will inbound for the Knights. She gets it into Alyssa Ross, and Alyssa will get the offense going. Pass is out of the reach.
It was a good play by Sammy
Hickman.
and a better play by Mary to be there to help. She did not
A
take
nice
anything
move
for
inside
granted.
by Hanley. It's off the mark, and nice hustle from the Irish. Interior pass there to Howard, and Howard goes up strong and draws the foul on Biz Daly. That'll be her third. That'll be the team's second. Daly did a good job of closing out there from the weak side, but dropping her hands. If she had just walled up, she would have been fine. But the hands dropping down there just picked up her third foul early in the third quarter, which I don't think Coach Hill is what she wants to do.
Well, because Biz has 3. I believe Sammy Lard has 3. And if Richwoods continues to pound the ball inside like they're looking like they're going to be doing, we've got to keep those girls on the floor.
There could be some trouble. Number 13, Jillian Sander checks in, giving Daly a breather here with her 3 fouls. Second free throws off the mark for Howard, and here comes Sander looking to lead the break.
We just need a bucket here, get on the board and feel a little more comfortable.
Breitbach with the ball, dribbles around the nice screen from Hanley. Ball comes in from Lard to Hanley. That was just a great situation there. Just overplayed underneath.
Yeah, Hanley did a nice job of sealing her defender, and we found her underneath.
It was a bit of a mismatch between Hanley and Haynes, and Haynes overplayed and fouled her. Breitbach gets the ball, swings it to Lard. Lard looks to drive, pulls back, jumper, just off the mark. Hanley with a nice rebound, dribbles out. She's trapped hard.
And they're going to catch Haynes on a foul, I believe.
Thought it might have been a jump ball, but Meredith Haynes gets called for the foul, her second, team's third. I might have rewarded Haynes there for the hustle.
That's right. Yeah, I thought she tied her up more so than it was a foul, but we're not as close as the official is.
And there's a strong rebound for number 24, Bernaya Hickman. The ball gets kicked into 14. Alyssa Ross, who drives hard with the left hand through the lane, gets tripped on the way by Breitbach. Mary Breitbach will pick up her second, team's third.
Alyssa Ross has been very difficult for us to contain so far this half. She's putting the ball down the floor and going to the basket with authority.
And with that, we'll go into our media timeout here for the third quarter. And again, the Knights have come out here in the second half and scored 6 unanswered points.
Yeah, they got 2 in a hurry, or 2 buckets in a hurry, and we've been a little not quite as sharp with the basketball. And again, when we're used to Maya running the show,
right,
and Maya's not here, we got to make some adjustments. But we've got to learn to play without her. And we've gotten a couple shots that have been around the basket. Good shots just haven't fallen, and sometimes you just need that one to fall. And then it kind of steamrolls and everybody else picks up that a little bit.
Just kind of get everybody settled down a little bit.
That's right.
Now in the first half, we weren't able to get you stats there at halftime, but Faith Howard and Bernaya Hickman, I believe, led the Knights with 4 points apiece. 4 apiece out of their 11. Meredith Haynes chipped in 2. And Sinai Sidner went 1 for 1 for free throws, so she had 1 point for the first half, giving Richwoods 11 for the half. And chime in here, Mike, if you see my numbers wrong in any way.
No, you were right. As a matter of fact, I knew I was off, and I was trying to figure out where I was off, and I gave Sidner 2 instead of 1 made free throws. So that's where I was off there. So you're exactly right.
And I'll get you the Irish here in a second. We got number 12, Alana Ross, throwing in the ball for the Knights underneath their own basket. She gets it into 14. Alyssa Ross. Ross back to Alana. Haynes with the ball now. She kicks it over. Ross back to Haynes. Haynes over to Alana. Alana to Alyssa. Alyssa looks to get inside to Howard. And she's met by a surging Sammy Lard. And Sammy Lard's going to pick up her 4th foul.
I think that was
you're right.
Jillian. Yeah,
it was
Jillian Sander.
I'm sorry, Sammy. I suspect I might get a text from a family member. Give me a little grief on that one. I apologize, Mr. and Mrs. Lard. I'm learning and improving. Faith Howard with a nice rebound and putback.
Well, basically whatever somebody would criticize us for, I'm sure it's well deserved. Because
I certainly
we have earned it. We have earned it.
I tell you, Sammy's parents are fantastic people, and I suspect they'll be kind. Nice move, and nice move by Hanley off the screen, and a beautiful cut by Sander. Just didn't turn into anything there. And there's Breitbach with a nice drive through the lane. Shots off the glass. And again, I've never seen somebody more disappointed in a bank shot than Mary Breitbach, but there's another 2 for the Irish.
Slump when she banks one in.
And there's the first 2 for the Irish here in the second half.
But we did a much better job that possession of just, not being in a hurry, just letting things run. And Mary saw a gap and she penetrated and took the shot.
Lori Manser and number 10, Lori Manser, and number 15, Sinai Sidner are checking back in for the Knights. Nice pass into number 10, Manser. Swings it out. Again to the hands of 24, Hickman. Long jump shot there for Ross is off the mark. And
good play by Ellie. Saw she didn't have anything, brought it out.
And there's Breitbach with a nice drive and layups off the mark. Here comes Ross back the other way. Lamy gets it over to Mansour and swung back to Ross. Inside to Sidnor, it's off the mark, and Breitbach steals it and goes down, and left-hand layup is good. Mary Breitbach picks up her second bucket of the quarter. And the Irish increase their lead to 21 points here with 3 minutes left to go. Coach Hill takes the timeout. Notre Dame's up 38-17.
Get the expert orthopedic care you need when you need it. Skip the ER and come to Midwest Ortho First. We're the area's only walk-in clinic for sprains, strains, and breaks. Midwest Ortho First at Midwest Orthopedic Center. Proud to be the viewer's choice.
Asking you about the YouTube channel. What do you think?
You're doing? It's great. It's great. I love the YouTube channel. I'm teaching.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to share with you. We've been sharing with you actually at every game our desire to reach 1,000 subscribers, and we reached that mark during our last game against Manual, and I've received calls, texts, emails about why that was so important. Why did we push that so hard? And what that gives us the ability to do for our viewing audience is it allows us to live stream games on mobile devices, whether it's an iPad, an iPhone, what have you. So when we're here with a regular camera set up in the gym, or whether we're at a soccer game or a volleyball game, we can have 2 or 3 devices showing games. Long shot is off. Nice rebound there from Chloe Carpenter. Chloe's not messing around. She's pushing this offense down. She swings it to Mary Breitbach. Gets it into Sammy Lars. Sammy swings it to Carpenter. Carpenter into Hanley. Hanley out to Carpenter. Carpenter gets it back to Lard. Lard into to Bear. Bear not able to hold on to it, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Richwoods ball. So back to what I was talking about. So now, as we will without a doubt have volleyball games and soccer games overlapping here in the coming weeks, we'll be able to live stream both of them for our viewing audience. That shot's off for Mansour, and Knights will come back the other way. Breitbach leading the charge. She didn't quite see Sammy wide open underneath.
No, that's the difference with having Maya on the floor, to where she just sees everything the minute the ball gets in her hands, and that's just kind of a gift.
We had a kick ball, so it'll stay with the Irish. And checking in for the Knights, we have number 20, G.U. Comer, and number 31, Jada Johnson. 3 ball, good! And that's Mary Breitbach getting her first 3 of the game here in the third quarter. Nice interior pass to number 31.
Tough call on Sammy there.
Yeah.
I think she had all ball, but it always looks funny.
Absolutely. Sammy will pick up her 4th, and that'll be the team's 5th.
You know, what's nice to see in this little stretch is we had trouble coming out. You know, Richwood scores the first 6, and Mary Breitbach has just kind of taken over a few things late, which is really what you want your sophomore guard to do when your number 1 point guard is no longer in the game.
First free throws off the mark there for Jada Johnson. She'll get another one. Biz Daly has checked in, giving Sammy Lard a breather. Johnson's second free throw skims off the front of the rim. A nice rebound for Biz Daly, and Breitbach will lead the charge back down the court. Breitbach guarded well by Comer. Carpenter looks to get the ball in, picks the ball up, gets it to Hanley. Hanley, 2 dribble, goes to pass inside, is fumbled around. Breitbach swings it back to Daly. Breitbach for 3, just short. Hanley does a wonderful job of tipping it around, but it's ripped away by number 15, Sanaya Sidnor, and we're coming back the other way. Sidnor for 3, off the mark. Comer with the rebound. Layup is that one's off the mark as well. And we got a little scrum, and there's Hanley. I tell you, Hanley's on the ground often fighting for that ball. We got the varsity girls.
We got the varsity girls being very annoying right now as we're
just
trying to watch this
right
game.
In front of
led
our
by
view.
Miss Annabelle Zeller, and I won't mention Claire's name because I like Claire, but Annabelle is just blocking things.
And layups off the mark for Chloe Carpenter, and Richwoods will come back the other way. We're going to have to talk to Coach Langoff about the behavior of these varsity players, just walking in front.
They're too far gone. It can't happen.
Strong move there for number 10, Lori Mansauer.
And they all apologize as walking through. They're going to their locker room.
Chloe Carpenter picks up her first, so it'll be the team's 6. Lori Mansauer will. Well, Liz Tenley clearly forgot something, and she's hustling back the other way.
Well, knowing Liz, if she only forgot one thing, it's a good night.
Number 13, Jillian Sander checking back in for the Irish, giving Carpenter a breather. Second free throw's out the mark for Mansur. And Daly fighting hard for it, keeps it, gets it to Breitbach, and we are going back the other way. Nice screen from Daly, gets into Hanley. Hanley looks to get the ball in, but kicks it back out to Daly. And Coach Hill just wants them to settle down.
And we got Biz running the offense right now.
Nice shot
Almost threw it in.
Yeah. Ball's loose again, and Hanley's on the ground again. Homer with a long shot, falls short, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Notre Dame 41, Richwoods 18. And what looked like it'd be a tough quarter with Richwoods scoring the first 6. The Irish ended up scoring the last 7. And
ended up being a 7-7
yeah.
quarter. So we weathered the storm there, which is good. And that's a good sign for these kids. We'll let the cheerleaders get a little time here.
Wonderful job from our Irish cheerleaders there. Can't say enough about the great work that they do every home game here. And again, we've mentioned this before, but they're used to performing before a packed house here.
That's right. And what's nice too, I mean, the pandemic obviously has created a lot of issues and a lot of negatives, but it's nice to see them here cheering for the girls. We don't always get the cheerleaders at the girls' games because they're busy. Their weekends are full, so to have them here is a real treat for the girls, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can't say enough about this wonderful group of basketball sponsors you have on your screen, bringing us this live stream for every home competition, free of charge for all our viewers. And again, you do have a donate button at the bottom of your viewing screen if you're so inclined. Ooh, the ball's thrown away by Bear. G.U. Comer picks it up. Layup is off the mark, and Breitbach gets the rebound. They're coming back the other way. Breitbach with a nice jump stop, kicks it out to Hanley. I thought Hanley was going to let it go, but no, gets it back into Breitbach. Breitbach, jump shots off. Tough shooting quarter for both teams right now. And Sidner comes back, gets it into 31. Johnson swings it around. They get it all the way back over to Bauer. Johnson with a nice save. Wow, she really laid out for that one. Fantastic job by Jada Johnson to get that
really
ball
was.
in.
That's good hustle. And when you're down late in the game and to play at that effort, that's got to impress the coaches.
Oh, and Hanley just gave it away. Just unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. A nice little layup there for Lori Mansur. Nice move inside by Biz Daly. Shot's just off the mark. She fouls her shot. And on the ensuing shot, gets fouled. I suspect they'll call that a shot. I'm not quite sure here.
Yes, they did.
Blair Mansour will shoot. I'm sorry, she fouled. It's her second, team's fourth. And Biz Daly will go to the line shooting 2 shots. Just saw that replay again there of Jaden Johnson. That was incredible.
Yeah, that's what hustle. I was just going to say, Biz has struggled a little bit at the free throw line so far tonight, so it'd be nice for her to knock these down and get into it because she's going to get an awful lot of minutes in the varsity game and get that touch back. Because we know she's generally a good free throw shooter.
Right. She's working hard tonight. Comer with the ball, looks to set it up, swings it to Bauer. Bauer back. There's Mansour with the recover. Bauer gets it. Bear with some fantastic defense. They look to trap her now as she's picked up her dribble. Again, I believe Coach Gross very quickly with the timeout. 30-second timeout.
Timeout Knights, their third, it's a 30.
Paige Bauer was in trouble down there in the corner, and Coach Gross sensed it and called the timeout very quickly.
Yeah, so sometimes you just try to bail your players out, and they get in a situation, and our kids do a nice job both of trapping the ball, making it hard for the ball handler to see the ball, but we also shut down that next pass and don't let that get completed. It's really been a good overall effort by the Irish where everybody's contributed, everybody's done a little bit to help the cause. We've, some games we get a little bit dependent on the fact that when you have Maya Wardle on the floor and she's going to run everything for you, it's nice to see these kids taking some leadership positions and doing that by themselves.
Incredibly talented bunch of young ladies. Ball gets inbounded. Cinder loses the handle on it. It goes off of Sanders' leg, and it'll stay with the Knights. And Sir with the inbounds. She goes far across and just off the fingertips of number 3, Layla Taylor, and the Irish will take possession. Oh, nice. That was a great screen and roll by Biz Daly there. Mary Breitbach did a great job of feeding her through the lane here. You can see it here on the replay. Daly just not able to finish the layup there, but Sidner picks up the ensuing foul there. And that's Sidner's second foul, I believe the team's 5th. And Daly will have one more free throw after missing the first. With that second one, the Irish lead 43-20 with 6:15 left to go here in the fourth. And Sauer with the ball. She swings it to Taylor. Taylor across to Bauer. Bauer feeds inside to Sidner. And I believe that was Johnson with the jump shot off the mark. Hanley with another rebound. She seems to be. Was that?
Yeah,
that was Elizabeth.
She's been all over the floor,
yeah.
And she's always going to give you effort.
Hanley for 3. Oh, just a little far. And here comes Lori Mansour to lead the offense for the Knights. Gets it to Layla Taylor. Back to Mansour. So now Sidner goes again inside the Bauer, just a little too much on it. The Irish steal. Mary Breitbach with the ball. Nice screen from Hanley. Bear gets it to Sander. Sander to Daly. Daly to Breitbach. Nice drive from Breitbach. Jump stop into the lane to Sander. Sander with a nice fake and drive. Shot just a little bit short, but there's Bear with the rebound. And Daly looks to set it back up again. Bear with the long 2, off the mark. Nice rebound for Jada Johnson.
That's a good shot within the offense. They did a really nice job of moving the ball, going different sides of the court, and ended up with a good shot.
Long 3 for Taylor's off the mark. And it'll be Irish ball. And with that, we will have our media timeout. Following the media timeout, number 4, Michaela Lanier and number 32, Addison Church, will check in for the Knights. And for the Irish, number 21, Sammy Lard, will also check back in. With 4:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter, the Irish lead 43-20.
And this is the game you just want to, you end this thing cleanly. You keep doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. You just keep working on getting better, try to maybe run some things. And you don't want to get lackadaisical. You don't want to get lazy in a game like this. You want to continue to do things. I mean, barring some kind of miracle, we're going to win this game. Okay, that's fine. But more importantly is you want to continue to work on things. I look at effort. You look at hustle plays. You talked about the hustle play made by Richwoods down at this end, and we talked about how hard, somebody like Elizabeth Hanley has gone all night, and all the kids. But, just some of them just seem to be on the floor getting after it. And no matter the circumstances, you want kids that are going to play hard all the time.
Right.
And that's what you look for as we finish up a game like this.
So on the floor for the Knights, they have Taylor, Lanier, Bauer, Addison Church is on the floor, and number 15, Sinai Sidnor, is also out there. For the Irish, we have Ellie Bear, number 23, Elizabeth Hanley, 21, Sammy Lard, number 13, Jillian Sanders out there, and number 3, Chloe Carpenter, also out there for the Irish. We're approaching 4:15 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Irish lead 43-20. Hanley with the ball, kicks it back out to Sander, who feeds Lard with a nice spin move inside, and good for 2. Sammy Lard getting your first 2 points here in the second half. Bauer swings it far side to Taylor. Taylor's 3-pointers off, and there's Church creating havoc underneath. But I think she's going to get called for displacement underneath the basket.
And sometimes kids get penalized by being the tallest one out there. And she reached over. I'm not sure that she made any contact, and I've seen that happen a lot of times. I didn't think we did a good enough job of getting the body on her and blocking her out to sell that call. But sometimes you just get victimized because of the angle the official's looking at it from.
Nice move by Carpenter. I thought if there wasn't a whistle on that, we might see Coach Hill get a little upset. Nice attack by Chloe Carpenter there. And she will go to the line to shoot one in the bonus. And checking in for Richwoods, number 25, Elena Filipiak. And I believe number 33, Michaela Burrell, is under there. Nope, it is number 33, Michaela Burrell. Michaela Burrell. Long 3 for Taylor, off the mark, and there's Hanley again. And here they come. Oh, just a little too much. Again, you can start to see a little fatigue here for the Irish. Not much, but they've played a lot of minutes, and they've been running. It's a team that works hard the whole game. Not to take away from Richwoods, they certainly have been as well. Nice move for number 4, Michaela Lanier. She's got the ball near the top of the key. Looks to drive. Nice move. And it's offensive charge. Great work by Sammy Lard. The dramatic pause
she kept her
here.
ground.
She did a great job.
Yeah, the official kept us waiting a little bit,
but boy, that was the dramatic pause there from the ref. I wasn't sure which way it was going to go.
Looking at the replay, it was definitely the right call.
Nice feed from Bear into Lard, but I think it's going to be Addison Church who just too much. That is Addison Church with the block from the blocking charge from behind, and they'll put Sammy Lard at the line for one in the bonus. Lard's free throw is good.
Yeah, Church has got a little too physical on that one, but again, if you're the Richwoods coaches and you look at that, you want your young, tall player to be a little bit physical. Sammy has put us together a nice game here.
She certainly has.
I think that was her unofficially. I've got it for 12.
That is official. I'm putting that down as official.
That's official.
Yes. I'm going to look at Lewis for the approval. He's approving. That's a nice move. You know, that was a nice take there from Filipiak, and just off the mark, and Addison Church there with a nice rebound and put back.
Yeah, and again, if the guards don't contain the dribble and the ball handler gets to the basket, then it's hard for the bigs to rebound because they have to come off the player they're guarding and come off and help, and they can't get in a position to rebound, and that's what happened there. And Church did a really nice job of cleaning things up for the Knights.
Bear with the ball, he's getting a lot of pressure, gets it over to Lard. Lard looks inside, it is tipped, it'll stay with the Irish. You know, with Elena Filipiak on the floor, I think G.U. Colmer, there's Meredith Haynes. Of course, on the other side of the ball, Maya Wardle, there's 4 there. At least 4 members of St. Vincent's 8th grade state championship team playing in this game today. That's a lot of fun.
That is. It's fun to see them playing out here.
And if I'm missing any of the other members, I'm blaming my fact person, Mike Bear. Yeah, he's just throwing his arms up.
He confirmed that. He confirmed it.
Guys, I got a mic right up here.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Nice inbound pass. And rebound and put back for number 33, Michaela Burrell. Chloe Carpenter with the ball, looks to drive, loses a handle on it,
Nice
but a nice pass to Sydney Morton there underneath the basket, and Sydney going up strong. Again, another case, you see Sydney gets the ball, keeps it high, goes right up right away.
That's right.
Nice pass from Carpenter, and first free throw is good for Wharton. Boy, so many of these girls I've coached against for the last few years. I'm so happy they're all on the same team.
You can cheer for them now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've always cheered for them, but I can
But
cheer.
you competed against them.
I can cheer for them more now.
That's right.
Jumpers off the mark there for the Knights. Ball is loose, and Sanders not messing around today. She's going to go get it. Jump ball will stay with the Knights. And again, if there's going to be a ball on the ground, and you've got Sammy Lard, you got Ellie Bear, you got Jillian Sander, you got Sydney Wharton on the floor, even Chloe Carpenter. One of them, if not 2 of them, are going to be on the ground.
They're going to get after it. They only know how to play hard.
They're going to get Chloe Carpenter for a little too much roll on the floor and travel violation. And with a minute 3 left to go, Irish lead 48-24. Knights will inbound. Number 3, Layla Taylor with the ball. Swings it to Filipiak. She gets it back to Taylor. Taylor drives. Gets a nice pass on the interior to number 22, Kennedy Bell, and it's just off the mark.
Another good rebound by Sammy Lard, even late in the game, and she's played a lot, and she's probably a little bit tired. She continues to play hard.
Wharton liked the look. The shot was off the mark, and here comes Taylor back the other way. There's Lard again, tips the pass, but Bell was able to hold on to it just enough, but lost it on the baseline. And again, there's Lily Blackford just, running right across our visual path here. Again, not one of those varsity girls not smiling from ear to ear. I think they're excited for tonight's games.
They are. It's always fun to play your nearby rival.
Right.
Even though Richwoods has been pretty darn good the last few years.
Yes, they have.
It hasn't been a lot of fun playing them other than the rivalry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the Notre Dame coaches were pretty happy to see the last couple of years some of these Richwoods kids graduate. I think we're probably going to send them graduation cards and tell them good luck in college.
So good luck. Have a great college season.
Because they had quite a run for a 4 or 5 year period.
Ellie Bear will go to the line. Shoot 2 shots here as the Knights, as the Irish are in double bonus.
If we need to go to our bench now and sub, it's going to be either Coach Breitbach or Santon coming in. We're out of players.
We're out of players.
Dressed with the varsity.
Flipjack tips the ball, gets into the hands of Bell. And that'll end the game, folks. Final score, Irish 48, Richwood Knights 24. Mike, initial thoughts on that game?
You know, I like the fact both teams played hard all the way through. They got a lot of players played in the game. Probably everybody played. Richwoods brought a ton of players, so that's no easy task getting everybody in the game. Our kids, without having Maya playing in the second half, did a very nice job of maintaining the lead that we had, and started to slip away a little bit to begin with, and then we recovered and were able to build it back up again. So once again, I think the coach has to be pleased with the effort from start to finish, and just a lot of good things, a lot of positives you take out of this game.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, there's a ton of positivity here, and again, I think both teams do have a solid future. There's a lot of talent on that Richwoods team.
There is, and if you look at the Richwoods varsity roster, there are a couple girls on the team that are just playing with the varsity who are freshmen right now. So it's kind of similar to our boys where we have a couple guys playing up. So sometimes your underclass may not look the same as what you'd like for it to be in terms of results on the floor, but you also look at it and say, hey, we're playing a lot of kids with some kids also playing at the varsity level, so it's going pretty well.
And I think we have to continually remind our listeners and ourselves that Richwoods has had not as smooth of a season that we've had. I mean, they've had starts and stops, and don't have as many games under their belts as we've had. But their girls have certainly fought well today. 24 points total. Saw a nice outing from Brenia Hickman, and then again, great efforts there from Faith Howard and from Alyssa Ross. They were their leading scorers today. I was certainly impressed by the team overall, but looking forward to see how Addison Church continues to develop, the tall freshman in the middle. She did pick up 3 fouls, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure, given a different view on some of those, if some of those may just have been, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, again, sometimes you just get penalized by being the tallest person on the floor, and you're able to reach over somebody and be able to get that. But overall, the Richards got to look and say, we got 2 freshmen playing primarily with the varsity. We've got some kids here that are showing some promise, and there's like looking at the varsity roster, there's only 1 senior on the roster. So, again, you can look at a JV score. It doesn't mean as much. Let's see what the varsity looks like. That's where it counts. That's where it matters. And Richwoods is never, ever going to be hurting for talent. They're always, some years is going to be exceptional talent, which is what we saw, in the last few years, and with their state championship, and then again the years that unfortunately as good as they were, across the river they had Morton, who is just absolutely loaded. So girls basketball around here is very good, and Richwoods has always been in the mix. So even on a year where they've got some inexperience, have some young kids, have some COVID issues going on, don't count out the Knights, because they're always tough.
On our side, our scoring was led today by Sammy Lard, who just had a game.
She did. Sammy was all over the floor. Again, I would say she's always in double figures with rebounding. I can't imagine her not being. And then, loose balls, deflections, all those things. And just nice to see her get rewarded on the offensive end with some buckets tonight. Right.
So Sammy led with 12. Elizabeth Hanley had 9 points. And again, a fantastic effort from Elizabeth. We talk about the rebounds, kind of the incidental stats that don't always get the spotlight or the mention in the post-game comments. She had a fantastic game. Maya Wardle playing a half, chipped in 7. Again, we have to talk about what she creates as a point guard.
Yeah, she had 7 points and probably had another, 5, 6 assists, and then how many steals did she have and everything that she puts together on the floor. So just her overall game.
Absolutely.
Is you can't just measure everything with points. It's everything that she does. And you could tell initially when the second half started without her, we were trying to figure out some things. And once we figured them out, we were okay. But you realize how vital she is to your team when she's not there anymore.
Right. And Mary Breitbach with 7. Biz Daly with a strong 6, playing a fantastic game. Very, very impressed with all their effort today. Ellie Bear with a nice 3 today. Jillian Sander working her tail off today. Got a nice couple of points today. And Sydney Wharton with the free throw on a great effort underneath the basket. And again, Chloe Carpenter. Again, she creates. But she may not always light up the scorebook, but every time Chloe's in the game, the hustle meter is off the charts.
I was just going to say, Chloe probably left a layer of skin on the floor tonight. She's on the floor squeaking. She's rubbing her knees. She's just always, the hustle part of it, and that's contagious.
Right.
When teammates see that happening, everybody's going to play hard, and she brings that to them, and I would imagine she brings that to practice every day.
Absolutely.
And that's what gets everybody better.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that'll do it for our first game here today. And again, we would be remiss if we did not mention all the people that make games like this happen. From security, Val Schiefling and Pat Armstrong, our fantastic cheer coach, Alana Dawson, and we'll look forward to the dance team performing here shortly. At the table, as always, John Cummings doing our announcing, Dave Kenny on the scoreboard and the clock, along with Tony Mullins working our stats board. Our official score for today's JV game was Jess Freeman. On the camera today, the fantastic work, and one of our overall technical director, the great, infamous Mike Bear, and shaking his head at me right now, and I can't believe he's got the camera on us again.
We'll remember that next game.
Our technical coordinator, Brian Simmons. Again, we have a student with us today, Louis Jokic, who is a pleasure to be with today. He's, I would say, a critical member of our team. He would probably not say that, but I'm going to give him a lot of credit for being here and learning. And I think it's great that every game we have a student here with us, willing to learn and willing to help out.
Right.
So,
and I think it's important to note, with Brian Simmons being here, that he was here because Mike Bear, believe it or not, he's got another job other than this, and when he's coaching soccer, and in case people don't know, we've got a pretty good soccer program here at Notre Dame.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
And so for us to maintain the level that we want to maintain, you've got to put the time in, and Coach certainly does that. So when he's at practice, we've got Brian here getting things set up for us.
And continues to make us sound good.
He's got the hardest job in the world trying to make us look and sound good.
Unfortunately, they haven't found the camera that makes us look good yet. So, folks, we're going to be back here in about 7-8 minutes for the varsity game, as, again, we welcome the varsity team from Richwoods and to play our Lady Irish. We're so looking forward to that game. But on behalf of my partner here, Mike Plunkett, I'm Jim Lynch. We'll see you here in just a few minutes. Thank you much.